Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coco McMillan Show. You may have seen her in Morocco, New York City, Los Angeles, California, Detroit, Philadelphia, Chicago, Las Vegas, Nevada. One of the background singers for Mickey Howard and the late, great Gerald Levert. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, the beautiful, the wonderful, the spectacular, Miss Coco McMillan.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the Coco McMillan Show, where we make it happen. I am so excited to be with you today. We have a great show that's lined up for you. This Coco McMillan Show, we bring some amazing flavor to the virtual talk show circuit, featuring our national and our local musicians and recording artists, as well as business owners. This platform is designed to help promote artists, promote business owners, social media gurus, organizations, physical and mental health awareness. So yes, this show is designed for you. It gives you the opportunity to discuss your career goals, your challenges, your product, new opportunities, as well as awareness. We want you to bring your expertise, your knowledge here to the show because we believe in sharing and promoting your journey in life. Because you know what? Millions of souls can be blessed just by your testimony. So, listen, if you want to be a part of the Coco McMillan Show, please contact me at Coco McMillan Music at gmail.com. Again, that's Coco McMillan Music at gmail.com. And we will make it happen for you to be a part of the show. Listen, guys, we are streaming live here on the IBM network, on Facebook Live, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, Roku, also on Pod TV. And if you have your Fire Stick, we are on the Amazon Live. So listen, you could go to your big screen TV right now and pull us up there on your Fire Stick for Amazon Live, as well as Roku using the Pod TV Live. So listen, it's many of ways that you can reach us to tune in to the broadcast. Listen, I appreciate your support. Everyone that's been supporting the show and you're tuning in. I really, really do appreciate that. So with that said, if you're here, you're watching, please let us know where you're watching from. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know where you're at, how your day's been, what's going on with you. We are just so excited that you decided to join us for this next hour. So go ahead and tell your friends, text somebody, get you a cup of tea, like myself, and let's spend the next hour with Miss Coco McMillan. It's going to be a great show lined up for you today. I have one of my favorite people here with me, the basketball coach, the head basketball coach for Shaw University. Yes, that is my alma mater, Shaw University women's basketball team. So listen, I can't even tell you how this interview is going to go. We have so much history, all that good stuff. We're going to jump into that a little later. But listen, I'm giving you time to go ahead and let somebody know to go ahead and join you and watching the show, the broadcast. It's going to be epic. But with that said, I want to share this with you. Listen, last weekend, oh my God. So I told you about last weekend. We were doing the spontaneous worship at the fountain last Saturday night, the celebration for Melissa Wade and Kim Person. When I tell you that it was on and popping, it was on and popping. Listen, if you attend the event and you're on the show tonight, go ahead and put in the chat and let us know how you enjoyed the show. I mean, I'm telling you, it was simply amazing. Everybody, every artist that was there did a phenomenal job. Shout out to Tavis Harris, to all of the ones that performed there, the praise and worship leader. David, I think it's David Spencer. He was amazing. To Marshetta Parker and Veronica Evans. Myself, we had a chance to do a tribute to Melissa and Kim. The song was "You Made a Way," and let me tell you, I can't even tell you. It was just that good. We went in. We had a great time. It was an epic event. So many people was there. Shout out to Rod Akins and Anthony. Oh my God, they was some enormous, fabulous MCs for the night. They had us cracking up the whole night. So it was just a wonderful event. So the next time that Miss Peggy Tatum puts on an event so epic like that, we need you to join us, because I'm telling you, it was just unbelievable. Everybody was amazing. And shout out to Kim Person again. I think she's traveling right now in Memphis, Tennessee. So shout out to her. Hi, Miss Latoya Eaton. How you doing? I think that is Franklinton, North Carolina. Rosemary Cooper. Good to see you on Franklin, North Carolina. Listen, guys, you know, we had last week, we had, what is his name? He was amazing. And he's from the Lewisburg area. He was just simply amazing how he talked with his students and how they traveled all across the country. Also, we had Miss Carolyn Thompson on, that she was on doing her thing. Wendell Tab, again, thanks to Wendell Tab for coming on the show last week. Just a couple of other things that's coming up. October the 20th, next week is Shaw University's homecoming. Richard, how you doing, my brother? Good to see you. It's Shaw University's homecoming, and I will be there. Yes. So it starts next week. Make sure that you check us out all week. I am going to be performing at the Shaw University Hall of Fame event that's coming up on Wednesday or Thursday. I forgot. But I know Jock will confirm that in just a few minutes. I know he's backstage cracking up. He said, that's typical Coco. All right. But it's next week. Also, our homecoming game is next Saturday. You know, the tailgate, I may make it into the game, but I never do because, you know, I'm always at the tailgate. So it's going to be fabulous. So shout out to Shaw University. So that's coming up next week. Also, the 29th in Lumberton, North Carolina. I will be there with the Genesis Church at the Southeastern, I think, Agriculture Center in Lumberton. There's going to be a banquet there celebrating Apostle Cunningham. And so I have myself there, and a couple of friends of mine is going to be there performing. Kimberly Michelle Prince, Terrell Harris, some surprise guests. So that's going to take place on October the 29th. So we have a lot of things that's going on. We want to try to keep you informed. Also, Keith Wonderboy Johnson, the service will be held this weekend. I'm going to post the flyer in the show, in the chat, as well as on my page, if you want details about his service this weekend that will take place on Friday and Saturday. I think it's Friday at 6 o'clock and then Saturday at 9 a.m. Yes, that's correct. 6 o'clock Friday. And it's a typical, tribute to him on Friday. And then Saturday, they're going to be doing the homegoing service at Concord Baptist Church of Christ. That's 833 Gardner C. Taylor Boulevard, Brooklyn, New York. So all my Brooklyn, all my New York family and friends is there. If you want to attend the service, I have some more information for you where you can do that as well. If you want to send an email or some cards to the family as well. So I want to make sure I pass that along with you. But as I said, we have a great show lined up for you today. Again, keep putting in the chat how you doing, where you watching from. Again, if you want to be a part of the show, please contact me at cocomacmillanmusic@gmail.com, and we will make that happen for you. But we're going to get on into the show, but we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back with our special guest tonight. Listen, get your tissue, get your pen and paper, because he has some really good information about the women's basketball team and what they're doing, and it can really give you some knowledge about what he's looking for when he's looking for a basketball player. But on the flip side, he's going to have you cracking up too, because as I said, we have history. He's a longtime friend. He was actually my boss as well, but we're going to get into that in just a few minutes. But we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. Stay tuned.
Are you looking for money-saving strategies for your business and personal finances? Are you tired of working hard every day with little or nothing to show for it? Contact Prosperity Financial Services, LLC right now for your free financial consultation. Call now to reserve yours today, 804-349-8600, 804-349-8600.
I want to thank everyone for coming to the 2020 TAF Awards. This was a show like no other, people. This is the Grammys for dignitaries, educators, and support staff around the state of Oklahoma and worldwide. We cannot do this without the support of the people. So we thank you. I thank you for being such a dedicated supporter to this movement for the Teachers Appreciation Foundation. I thank you.
It's time for Bible or Babble.
Greetings to all you beautiful people. Bible or Babble, in association with Rejoice America Radio and Positive TV, presents the Bible or Babble at Sea Concert Cruise to Coco Cay and Nassau, Bahamas on the glorious Royal Caribbean, Independence of the Sea. There will be fun, praise, and a live taping of the Bible or Babble game show with a $1,000 grand prize going to the winning ministry. Join us along with ministry leaders and artists from all around the globe as they minister on board. Also featuring music from international recording artist Wayne Stoddard. Join us April 10th through the 14th, 2023 for a life-changing experience. Register today by calling 919-367-6237. That's 919-367-6237. Or email us at info@bibleorbabble.com. Come and sail with us for the 2023 Bible or Babble at the Sea Cruise. We hope to see you there.
Welcome back to the Coco McMillan Show, where we make it happen. So thank you again for joining us today. As I said earlier, I really have a really good dear friend of mine that's on the show with me tonight. I'm so glad that he decided to join us. It is Mr. Jock Curtis, the Shaw University head coach for the Lady Bears basketball team. He is in his 22nd year of one of the nation's most successful program. The legacy of the women's basketball team at Shaw University has been built tirelessly, diligently, and successfully by Jock Curtis and his staff and many student athletes. He has an impressive record of 364 over 165 record, giving him a .688 winning percentage. Wow. Not only has he guided the Lady Bears to 6 CIAA tournament championships in the last 8 years, but he's also lifted the programs to national prominence with appearances in the NCAA Division II tournament in 2003, 4, 5, 6, 8, 11, and 15. Today, he's seen as an educator and a role model to his players, a student of the ever-changing game, and one of the most successful women's basketball coaches in the nation. He is the head coach of the team. He has implemented a number of programs to provide opportunities outside the classroom for the young women under his tutelage. The squad even has their own Toastmaster chapter. He is a graduate from Savannah State University with a bachelor's degree in computer engineering technology, and he went on to earn his master's degree in information science from North Carolina Central University. Originally from Savannah, Georgia, he now lives in Raleigh, North Carolina. He is married to the wonderful Miss Michelle and has 2 sons, Joaquin and Jamil. And listen, I must tell you that when I worked for Jock Curtis, I personally was his favorite work study student at Shaw University. And I think he's going to tell you all about that. I always showed up at work and I was always on time. Right, Jock?
Not at all. Not at all. You said a mouthful there today. I mean, you just making up stuff as you go, huh?
Listen, I gave you guys the warning already. Jock, I mean, that was a great way to open up to say that I was one of the your favorite work study student, correct?
It was a long time ago, but I didn't have to fire you.
You did?
Huh?
How many times did you fire me, Mr. Curtis?
One too many.
Okay. I love it. And see, you guys, and listen, we're still connected. That's what I love about it. Welcome to the show, Mr. Curtis. So glad that you decided to join us today. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good. Really good. Great to be on the show.
Good, yes. So I was, reading the bio and everything. I'm so impressed because, I know when I was there, you was doing a lot for the university, and you was like the assistant director in admissions, correct?
Yes.
So tell us about your journey there at Shaw University, or different roles that you played in and took a part of.
Okay, well, like I said, it's many years. When I first came, I was Al Carter's assistant coach with the men's team, and I think at that first time he was a director of admissions, and I was assistant director of admissions.
Yeah.
So as he moved, I kind of moved around,
Hmm.
and at that time you always had to have at least two hats, if not three.
Right.
At Shaw, because I've served as the director of computer science. I've been the SID. I've coached the volleyball team. I've coached the softball team. I've been
Yeah.
assistant, with the men's basketball. And like you say, it's been a great journey. During that time, I was able to, get my master's during that time at North Carolina Central University. So it's been a great journey, seeing a lot of different kids grow and develop,
Mhm.
just to see this generation change, from your time there, they're a lot different now. Things have changed a lot with young people,
Yeah.
even before COVID, things changed, and having to deal with the evolving young people today is different. It's different, and you have to learn how to adjust on the fly to
Right.
deal with different people now.
Wow. So
And
when
like
you,
you remember Jessica Hawkins, right?
yeah, yes,
Yeah, right. Jessica, was on my staff, and it's funny. We had a conversation with a couple of the players the other day. The difference in then and now,
yeah,
and they were talking about, well, that's back in the day, I mean, and Hawk been out, as we call her Hawk. She's been
yeah,
out for a long time,
yeah.
and and the kids have changed a lot, and she's seen that change from the time when she played, from the time that she's been coaching at Shaw University at her alma mater, and just going through that process, and it's different.
So when you say different, Mr. Curtis, like, okay, so back in the, when you say difference, do you mean as far as maybe their work ethics towards the game, or their character, or their love for the game? Well, like, what are some of the difference, the changes that you see?
Oh, man, they so broad. I mean, different character is some,
Yeah.
love for the game is some. I think players now love the game the same as the players in the past, but
Hmm.
they show it in a different way.
Mm,
You different with it, and they're different with they're dealing with different distractions.
right.
Back when
Right.
you were in school, back in the 70s, when you were
Really?
in school, but I don't think now you got the internet, you got YouTube, you got Instagram, you got Facebook. You just
Yes.
have all these different things for young people to get involved in. So sometimes it's hard to stay focused
Yeah.
on school,
Yeah.
focused on athletics. They're dealing with different things that y'all didn't probably have to deal with then. You might have felt like you had a lot going on then, but I think they got twice as much going on in their life now.
Right. Because we didn't have that access to a lot of things, especially like you say, the internet. This internet has really just exploded with the social media. We didn't have that. And then plus back in the day, we had, and I'm not saying you don't have it now, but the mentors like yourself and Coach Carter, Jackson, all those, we couldn't do nothing. It was always, we had somebody just like, nope, 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 nope. Like we were talking about the firing thing, but it taught me, it taught me a lot. It really taught me a lot. So I can see that. Do you find with most of the students now that um they want to do things different as far as the game, like their own way?
Yeah, we had that conversation as recently as yesterday. They don't they don't like to run, but it's like, they feel like, oh, he's running us without the ball. We just running straight forward, and they want a different kind of run. They want to play all the time. They're not into per se as much practice.
Gotcha.
So trying to actually reach them is different. So you trying to find different ways to reach them. So that because the end game is the same thing, is to win.
Right.
It is to be successful in the classroom and successful on the court. So that's the main goal. But the way to get there is different now. And the challenge is trying to figure out how to get there with each group, because each group is different.
Okay. Wow. Brittany Samora says hello. I mean, the chat is going crazy. They're saying hi to you, Mr. Curtis. Another question I want to ask you. So
Brittany was one of those people that didn't want to run last night.
I'm sorry, Brittany. He put you on out there. Listen, I'm used to it. I'm sorry, Brittany. I didn't know he was going to say that. but like, okay, so when you go out to recruit, Mr. Curtis, what are you looking for in that person, in that student? What are you looking for, as far as basketball? What are you looking for?
Well, basketball is kind of second. We're trying to look at the person, because we want everybody to we want people to graduate.
Yes.
So typically when we get a player, the player is a good player, and we're trying to make him a better player.
Yeah.
But we trying to keep them on point, in the classroom. So it's like you fighting on two different levels. You riding them and you staying on them, from an academic standpoint, to make sure they go into class, to make sure they're doing time management. Basketball, you know how it was when you were there. We trying to win. You trying to win at the highest level.
Right.
So each player is different. Some players need more nurturing than others. Some players need more confidence, to build up.
Yeah.
It's funny that, like you say, because some players don't really realize their potential.
Yeah.
Some of it could be where they were, because every institution is different. So you could be at an institution where they might not believe in you, but
Okay.
so it's like, so you don't know that you can be a great player.
Right.
Yeah. And it's funny because, you have Brittany on here. So I'm going to talk about Brittany. Brittany has the potential to be a great player.
Yeah.
She has that skill set. She just has to believe that she can be as good as we feel she can be.
Oh, that was nice, Mr. Curtis.
That's just the type of person I am. I'm a nice person, Coco. I don't know why you acting like that.
Okay. I'm getting ready to tell you guys something.
You didn't have that same potential, so we had to build you up.
Listen, I was doing cheerleading, I was doing track, I was doing work study, I was in all the choirs. I was busy.
You were. You did all of that. And you were able to succeed academically with a full plate like that.
Yeah.
Everyone can't do that.
Yeah.
Everyone can't do all those things and achieve at a high level on all of them.
Yeah.
So, I always tell kids, bite off what you can handle. If you can handle two things, do two things. If you can do three, do three. But just don't try and bite off too much, because something is going to suffer somewhere in the mix.
And you know what? I remember you telling me that. I remember you saying that to me. I remember you saying that to me years ago. And I think it's good when you tell people they have that potential and you stick with them and you push them and not see. And you and Coach Carter, you guys were the type. You didn't sugarcoat anything. And I think sometimes a lot of these kids that I'm seeing these days that I'm teaching, they're a little sensitive. And I know I could have been sensitive back then too, but we were able to take it and and move forward and go and move forward and do what we needed to do. So I just want to tell you personally, while we're on here, I appreciate you. I appreciate the toughness, the hard love, because I know that anything I could come to ask you for anything, you would be there for me. Guys, listen, I called him last year. Was it last year during homecoming?
Yeah.
I call. This is funny, guys, and this is typical Coco. Hi, Miss Caldwell. How you doing? Thank you so much for watching. I called Mr. Curtis. I'm at the game trying to get in. You remember this? I'm trying to get in the game. I called him, or I texted him on his cell phone, or called him and said, "Come and get me." Now, please know I hadn't talked to him in a couple years. He called me about, what is, you broke down somewhere? It was just so funny that I just kind of picked up where I left, being the same Coco, saying, "Hey, can get me in the game, or can you do this, or can you do that?" But I just really appreciate you guys, and I know that you have a love for the students and their education. Let's talk about the program that you have for the young women. The young women there. I see that you have, even, like, I think you said, a Toastmaster within your club as well. So can we talk about what are you doing for the women there?
Well, we had that COVID kind of put a hold on a lot of that stuff. So right now, we trying to, we have a nutritionist coming and talk to the young ladies. We trying to get mental health, involved in it, because some of that can play a role in the team not being successful.
Absolutely.
I feel that we have a group together now that the potential for this group is really, really high. If they can stick together and just be good teammates for each other. We always know people will have difference in opinions and may not get along, but be good teammates. So I think mental health and being good teammates is going to be key for this group to achieve what we feel they can achieve.
Yeah.
We definitely feel like we've assembled a championship level team.
Yeah.
People say, well, and I feel like I know what a championship level team looks like.
Yes. Because you've been there.
Right. You said 6 times. We've been there 9 times. You said that earlier, so we know what it looks like. So the key is for them to buy in and be there for each other.
Yes.
And everyone has a role, whether you playing or not playing, you have a role, and accept that role and be there for your teammates. So like I say, we have high hopes with this group, with them in the classroom and on the court. And right now, they doing a pretty good job academically right now. Cause you know me on that. We monitor.
Oh,
that.
I know.
So right now as a whole, they're doing pretty good. We want to dethrone the tennis team. The tennis team that keep winning that doggone academic championship at Shaw.
Yes.
We feel like it's our time.
Yeah.
It's our time to have the highest GPA of all the teams on campus. Good friendly competition. So that's one of our goals this year is to see if we can do that.
That's good. That's amazing. I love that you said that, talking about the academics as well, because that really plays an important part in it. So you said your team looked good academically. They, playing what are you looking for your team to do for this year, for next year, for the CIAA? I mean, what do you think that your challenging team is going to be?
Well, the CIAA has gotten a lot better. So you got challenges every night. I mean, no matter who you're playing, whether it's Livingstone, Claflin, that school across the street, or down the street, you're going to have those challenges, I think if we can stay true to ourselves, because we like I say, we have a good group. And if we can keep that group together, I feel like, we definitely have an opportunity to be there on Saturday night, and for us, it's not about a CIAA championship. We always trying to go further. It's all about NCAA, trying to win a regional, move on to try and win a national championship. So I think this team, they have high hopes within themselves, because for me to have high hopes for the group doesn't really work if they don't have high hopes for themselves. You got to believe in yourself. If I believe in you, got to believe in yourself.
That's right. That's right. Oh, and what is the GPA that they have to continue to stay on the team, or that you're trying to keep them to have?
Well, everybody's trying to shoot for a 3.0. We got several kids that's definitely going to, several kids that's going to achieve a 4.0. You know,
Ooh,
we kind of break our team up into 4 different groups to monitor them academically. So we
okay.
got 16 players, and each coach has 4, and then we kind of have a reward for the group that has the highest GPA. You know, at the end of the term.
Okay.
You know, I think my group is the front runner this year. You know, that's not to say nothing about Coach Dawson or Coach Hawk or Coach Walker's group, but I got 4 or 5 kids in my group that's really, really, on point. You know, because I handpicked them. You know, I get to pick who I want in my group. So
You do.
yes, and then everybody else gets what's left.
How does that feel to get to pick your you, how does that feel to do that?
Oh, that feels good for me. It may not feel good for the other coaches, but it feels good for me.
And do you go out of the state, or do you stay,
Oh, we got kids from all over. I mean, we got kids from kids. We got one kid from Georgia, Maryland, Nigeria, Senegal, South
wow.
Carolina. The couple of kids from from North Carolina, uh, Connecticut. Like I said, we all over the place, And I think that's good for a group of girls to be together that's from different places, so they
Yes.
get to learn something about somebody from someplace else.
Right. The different cultures and it. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, this is amazing. I had uh someone to ask me, they said they was interested in playing basketball, for Shaw University. They asking me like, what do they think, what are they looking for? I mean, do I have to know how to do free throws? Do I have to know how to do this and do honey, I don't know. So while I have you on here, and hopefully she's listening, when you're looking for like, if you're looking for someone and you see them on the court, I know you're looking at character and everything, but what are some of the plays, or what are some of the things that you look for as a coach that that you say, okay, this is going to be a great ball player?
Well, character is always part of that, because character is going to help you be a good teammate.
Hmm.
From a skill set, a player is a player. Whether depending on what position you're playing. If
Okay.
you're looking for a point guard, you're looking for leadership, somebody can run the team, bring other people together. You're looking for a post, a big player. Can you
Mhm.
finish around the basket? You're looking for wing players. How well can you shoot the ball? Defense is for everybody, but you got to score the ball to be able to win. So you're
Yeah.
looking for players that can score the ball. But for me, it's just big on I like unity. I like people to be, happy around each other, happy to be around your teammates, because it's a long year. We're together from roughly late August to possibly early April. So that's a lot
Ooh,
of
that's a
time to be
long
together,
time.
So at some point, I think people, they can get on our nerves, we can get on their nerves, they can get on each other's nerves, but it's the journey. It's the journey we trying to be on together, and at the end, when you win that championship, that makes that journey worth everything that you went through together.
Yes. Now, what if you had somebody that can do all that? I mean, the bombing, playing, shooting, scoring, doing all this, but their character, they have a bad attitude, always keep things going. I mean, always something. How would you handle a situation like that?
You're gonna in today's sports, you're gonna run across that. For me, I'm always trying to work with a player. You know, I feel like if I can't work with you, I don't think you can play anywhere, because I feel like it's about me working with you and
Hmm.
getting you to realize, hey, your teammates, they deserve the same respect that you want, and
Yeah.
you try, because I mean, you look at the Draymond Green Jordan Poole thing when he punched the guy in the face. You know, it things happen, and sometimes things happen that's hard to move on from. But it's like people make
Yes.
mistakes,
Yeah.
And you try and help young people learn from the mistakes. It can't be like, oh, you make a mistake and now you don't get another opportunity.
Right.
Everyone deserves a second, maybe a third chance.
That's right. That's right.
Right. You just can't cut people off because that's about growth. If you don't give them a
Right.
chance, where are they going to get a chance?
That's right.
So I'm willing to work with people, and not at the detriment of the team, because
Yeah.
at some point, for me, if it just can't work in the team concept, then I got to look out for the whole of the team
That's right.
and not that individual.
That's right. That's right. I got a couple of questions here that's coming in. It says, is Coach finding a lot of players coming back to the HBCUs with the popularity of WNBA and also with pros like Dean Sanders coaching at the HBCUs?
Yeah, I think you find that a lot of players this and just regular students looking at the opportunity to go to HBCU where they'll get what I feel more support. We've had students that came in that they might have wanted to major in engineering, and at that school they just wouldn't give them an opportunity. They didn't think they could handle it.
Mhm.
It's you can come to HBCU and you can be the senior class president.
Yes.
You get opportunities at an HBCU that you might not get at a PWI. That's
Right.
going to help help you grow and believe in yourself. Because if you someplace and people beating you down and they don't believe in you,
Mhm.
you got to be a strong person to survive that. And some
Right.
people can and some people can't. So I always tell, why would you go someplace where people are going to beat you down? Go where people they're going to love you. They're going to try and help you succeed in what you're trying to succeed in. Because I just believe in everybody has their own dream, and we want to try and help you reach your dream. I can't tell you what your dream is.
That's right.
You have to know your dream and the journey that you want to get there. And I think at an HBCU, and more specifically Shaw University, we're tailored to help people get there.
I love that. I love that. There was another question, and I'm not sure. I don't know if you can speak on this, but and if you can't, that's fine. But they were asking, do you have any thoughts on the South Carolina traffic stop that's also involving some of the Shaw University students? Any thoughts about that?
It was wrong. I'll be careful with how strong I go about that.
Yeah.
But the president sent out a message that stated, like you say, if it had been a bus full of white kids, it probably wouldn't have happened. That you're gonna start searching bags and I mean, like you say,
Dogs.
Everything. It was a charter. I mean, it had no business happening to our students.
Right.
And I'm hoping that whatever recourse these students have, they will take it to whatever level they can to get justice on this, because you can't let people just do you that way. And in some cases, we're lucky it didn't explode.
Right.
Because sometimes you can't control yourself when you feel like you're wronged.
Right.
Everyone has a different personality.
Right.
If you had stopped me and I know I didn't do nothing wrong and you didn't have no justification of stopping me, it might have been on with me.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I can imagine if that was us back in the day.
Back in the day, it might have been on. I'm a little bit older now, so a little bit
right. Right. That's exactly what I said. Back in the day, I don't know if we would. I don't even think that would have happened, but I just don't. I think it would have, went down a little different, because no. and it's getting a lot.
We're talking about a bus full of academically gifted students. Now, if it had been a sports team, which most of our sports team are academically gifted as well, from a competitive standpoint, it might have went down different.
Right. And I'm wondering, because they didn't know it was students on there. They didn't really know who was on there until they got on the bus. But what if it would have been the staff, the employees, a staff of Shaw University?
That it wouldn't have worked at all. And you would think, even what I read was the bus supposedly had been swerving,
Right.
But once you checked on it and you saw it with students on there, the bus should have been, hey, y'all go ahead, make sure you're not falling asleep. You tell the bus driver if you're tired, you need to pull over. You shouldn't worry about the safety of the students at that point. Not running around with some dog sniffers for something that you didn't even find.
Exactly. And going through South Carolina, going through that area, which I drive through there, them little whiny, raggedy roads. Okay, forgive me, but I'm saying you all that construction going on, it could have been any reason why they was shifting or moving across the line. So I'm so glad that the university and the students spoke out about that, because I think it's going to make a difference moving forward with that. But I want to everybody's giving love. Regina Morgan, how you doing? Christine Carworth, Curtis Reed, how you guys doing? So glad that you're watching. Before I know we just got a few more minutes there, but before we leave,
do you remember Kurt?
Kurt, yeah. Kurt Nice.
Yeah. Kurt Nice just got you follow him. He got an opportunity in coaching basketball.
That's right. I saw that. Congratulations, Kurt. Yes.
Yep.
What was the team?
I'm proud of Kurt.
What was the school?
I think it's Payne College. He might be able to drop a note in here on there, but I believe that's what it is.
Yeah, Kurt, if you're on there, let us know what college that is. I did see that. Congratulations, man. That's all right. You remember it was Kurt, 6'9", Sheldon. Man, come on, Job. You know how it was back in the day. We was just, if y'all don't know, Shaw University is one of the best universities you can ever attend. We had the best athletes, all of us. And while we're on that, we're getting ready for the Hall of Fame. Let's talk about that coming up next week, Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
So tell me about the Hall of Fame, what that consists of, and what role do you play in it?
Okay, well, they'll be Dana's gonna be inducted. I don't know everybody that's being inducted. Dana ran track. She probably was after your time.
Okay.
And they're going to be inducted in the 2012 national championship team for women's basketball. So it should be a big night, a big exciting night. A lot of people coming out.
With my boy.
Okay. I was right.
Kirby Marshall. He's the head coach. Okay.
Do you remember Kirby?
Yes, I remember Kirby.
Okay. So that's two Shaw people at Payne College.
That's two. That's what's up.
Kirby's the head coach and Curtis is the assistant coach. I can say, so they got two great gentlemen, two great Shaw Bears that's going to, I think, definitely take that program to another level.
Wow, that's all right.
Kirby played baseball and basketball at Shaw.
That's right, sure did. How many Shaw coaches are there coaching for other schools? I'm trying to look at the questions here. How many Shaw coaches are also coaching other schools?
And then you got Shiante Wester. You wouldn't know her. She played for me. She's the head coach at Livingstone College. Wow. And then Latasha Shipman. I'm not sure if that's during your time or not. She's the assistant coach at St. Aug. Okay. And then up until this past year, James Hill was the head coach at Virginia State. And we got a lot of former Shaw people that's doing great things at other institutions.
Yes. It seems like any city that I go into, I'm meeting somebody from Shaw University. I was like, anything like Shaw. I love it. I know next Thursday we have the Hall of Fame coming up, you guys. And I think it's at 6:00. By the way, guys, I was inducted into the Hall of Fame. What you got to say about that, Job?
I'm not sure how that happened.
See, I tell you, how you guys know that I was one of the favorites in in the admissions office and everything. But I do want to say that it was great working for Coach Curtis and Coach Carter, Melvin Jackson, Miss Chance. She told me to tell you hello, Jennifer Chance.
Okay. You tell her I said hello.
Yeah, all of us.
She kept y'all straight in there, didn't she?
Man, we couldn't get away with anything. Anytime that we would leave or anything, Jennifer Chance would put a red line through. She would put a red line through our name, letting Coach Carter and Coach Curtis know that we wasn't there. But again, all of us are still close to these days after all these years, and I'm grateful for the support. I'm thankful for you having me to sing at the Hall of Fame on Thursday. It's going to be epic. You want to talk a little bit about the game this coming weekend, where it's going to be held?
The football game, we'll be playing Livingstone for homecoming. A big game because it's homecoming, but every game's a big game.
Yeah.
From a football standpoint, we still control our own destiny. If we win out, we'll win the South and be in the championship game. So it's about you always want to control your destiny and not have to count on help. It's nothing wrong with getting some help, but right now we don't need any. We just need to win out. I think it'll be big, for the football team to get to the championship game. If you get there, you got a chance at winning. And if you get there, but you got to get there first. So and then volleyball team is doing a heck of a job this year. They undefeated in the CIAA. They definitely one of the two front runners for winning the CIAA. This year. Looking for big things. Jonathan is doing a fantastic job. Has some very talented girls, there for volleyball. Matter of fact, we play tonight. If you're not doing nothing and you're in Raleigh, 6:00, Shaw versus Virginia Union. And I told them they need to make quick work of Virginia Union because we're going to practice. We're going to practice after the match, and we're trying to be on the court at a certain time. So I spoke to the coach and some of the players, and I told them, hey, make quick work tonight. Dust them off, send them back on the road to Richmond. So hopefully they're able to do that, right? And then Monday, we have the big match with Elizabeth City. They're undefeated as well as us, and that's definitely a potential showdown for the CIAA championship. Great things are happening at the university, not just athletically, but just for the whole university. Everybody's engaged. The students are engaged at what's going on. We got a lot of great things going on in the computer science business area. Dr. Wood, she's one of my favorites. She's doing a heck of a job, with the kids over there in computer science and business, because it's all about preparing these kids to go out there and be able to get a job if that's what they want. This generation, a lot of people don't want a job. They want to open up their own company. That's fine. But if you want to be prepared to run your company, you got to have the background to do that. You get a college degree, you can do anything with it.
That's right.
You can do anything. So it's about having that degree to open up doors for you to be able to do certain things. Like I said, and I hope people will come out for the Hall of Fame on Thursday at 6. You get a chance to, hear Coco sing, which is always a treat in itself, and you get to see people inducted in the Hall of Fame. It's about coming out and supporting the university. Yeah. And I think we got to get more give back, from regular students, from former student athletes, coming back and giving back to the university and supporting the students that we have there now that's trying to win. We had a ring ceremony today for the championship tennis team from last year.
Oh, good. Okay.
We got their championship rings today, the women's tennis team. I think y'all, Coach Sunday.
Yeah, of course I know Sunday.
Sunday might have been a student when you were there, was it?
He was. He was a student. Mm-hmm.
He's a graduate of Shaw, former tennis player, and I think he's at like 21 CIAA championships now between men and women. You know, he's killing it. It's
Oh, wow.
one of Shaw's own, really killing it. He's doing a great job.
Yes. All right. Congratulations, Sunday. Yeah, we was in school. We was in school together. It's someone putting some history up here about Shaw too. They say in North Carolina Central, Elizabeth City State, and Fayetteville State all had founding presidents who were Shaw alumni. That our president is saying that we are going to take all of our programs and become the regional leader in embodying the technology skills into the DNA of our courses and our students. I love that. I love what she's saying here.
We have it's some big things happening there. I mean, when you look at our location, where we locate, we're in a great city. We in downtown Raleigh. It's a lot of things happening. Like you say, and people need to come out and find out, what Shaw, is all about.
Yeah.
And we all about community.
Yeah.
We all about the community and supporting the community, and we want the community to love us back and support us back. It's a two-way street.
I love it. And our motto have always been strive for excellence. Why not the best?
Why not the best?
Why not the best? I mean, and that's what I love. When I first came to Shaw, because I was going to go to St. Augustine. So I'm glad that I stayed there at Shaw, because not only the education, but just learning just skill set, or just how becoming a woman or a better woman, or, taking your skills and taking it to the highest level. Shaw taught me all of that. So I shout out to Shaw University and all the alumni, the staff there. Coach, we have a few more minutes here. Would you we have your information running at the bottom of the screen. You can see how you can contact I keep wanting to call you Dr. Curtis. That must be happening. What?
No. I'm done with school.
I keep hearing Dr. Curtis. Right. But any final words that you would like to say to any inspiring athlete or student, or someone want to go to college? Any final inspiring words to them?
I think, first of all, any kid now, if they choose HBCU, it's going to be a great choice. I think if you come to Shaw University, it's a great choice because it's a people's school. People going to care about you. They're going to know what you're doing. You're just not going to be a number. I'm really excited about the things going on in student affairs. We have a new vice president of student affairs, Dr. Cleveland, who he's a straight shooter. Okay. Now, if you don't like straight shooters, but he's a straight shooter, and I always like straight shooters. He tells
like yourself.
So you know how it's gonna go, and I think he works well, with the students, and I think that's when you bring in leadership, that the students can look up to, and they can aspire. They can see what that person is doing. I think it opens up doors for everyone because you learn from the environment that you're around.
Right.
George Knox, the AD, has been there. I think this is his third year, and making a lot of things happen. He's running fast, and sometimes he's running past. Because he want to make a lot of things happen, and all the things that he wants to make happen are for the students, which means it's for the university. Anything you're trying to do for the university makes it better for the students. And I think, any young person that chooses Shaw University will definitely be happy with the experience they get there. They'll be happy with what they're taught and how they're taught, and the opportunities that they're going to get when they leave Shaw University. Because it's nothing like going someplace that people actually care about you.
That's right.
Tough love still mean they care about you, because no love mean I don't care. But tough love means I care about you and I want you to do better.
Right.
So when people stop talking to you and stop like asking you, did you go to class? Are you in study hall on time? Are you doing this? That means they care. If nobody's asking you nothing, I don't know if anybody actually cares.
That's right.
And So I think you'll get that at Shaw, as well as some other HBCUs. But being that we're the mother lode,
Right.
we're the founders, so why not start with us?
Right. That's what I say all the time. We're the founders. So, I mean, this is a great place to start. Dr. Again, there it is again, Dr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, thank you so much for this information. This has been wonderful. You have really given some great information to the students, to the viewers of, what they need to do next, what to expect, what you're looking for, and all that great stuff. I really appreciate your time coming on the show. Thank you. I don't know what else to say. I'm so glad that you came on. So
I look forward to seeing you on Thursday.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like I say, hopefully we'll sell a lot of tickets and a lot of people come out and support the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And we're uploading a new website. So some of the stuff on our website now is not current because we get ready to transition.
Okay.
I think we'll be transitioning in the next couple of days.
Okay.
And then people need to follow the website so they can keep on what's going on with the athletic department. So you can come out and look for that date when we play Elizabeth City and Raleigh. Hey, we want the gym to be full for those young ladies at volleyball. Like you say, everybody wants support. So, and then follow the main website, to find out what's going on in the institution. If you're not a Shaw Bear, you can still follow Shaw and make sure, Shaw part of your family. You can come to the bookstore and buy a T-shirt. I see people all the time walking around wearing Carolina and Duke shirts. They ain't go to Coco. They ain't go to Carolina or Duke. So come over here and buy this. So come over here and buy this Shaw shirt.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Support the HBCU school. Support Shaw University. I love that. Mr. Curtis. And thank you again. I know we're out of our time here. Thank you so much again for coming on the show.
And you know what? And I got to get off here because it's almost time for practice. They think I'm going to be late, but I ain't going to be late. I'm going to be there in time.
See, I'm sorry, Brittany. Thanks again. Please give my love to Coach Carter and everybody else. Listen, do we still have the Bears Den?
I think they've remodeled down there. They got computers down there. They still got another area for the Bears Den. They have, E-Games. I don't know if you know what E-Games is. E-Games is this sporting thing. They got computers down there for the kids to get into E-Games. Gotcha. So there's a lot of different things, going on now that's down there because kids are into stuff different now. Right.
That technology. Right.
And that first home game at Shaw, I expect you to be there for women's basketball.
I will be there, Mr. Curtis. I will be there with bells. With my cheerleader suit on. Well, no. That ain't gonna work.
You know what I want to say, but I ain't gonna say it.
Don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Don't say it. That was many years ago, guys. We was a chi-chis. Nothing but it's shout out to all my chi-chis there too. But Jock, we love you here on the show. Thank you so much again. I will see you on next Thursday.
Okay.
Thanks again. Guys, thank you so much for joining everyone. I know we are over our time, but I really hope that you enjoyed the interview with Jock Curtis, the head basketball coach for Shaw University. Again, we have our homecoming coming up next week. If you can, join us. Get your tickets for the Hall of Fame next Thursday at 6 p.m. I will be performing there. And just come out and support, just because. And as he said, get a T-shirt, get some socks or whatever, a sweater. We got it all there in our bookstore at Shaw University. And as I always say to you guys, again, we love you here on the show. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not to thy own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. We will see you not next week, but the following week we'll be back here because, again, next Thursday I'll be at Shaw University. So until we meet again, stay safe. God bless you.
How you holding up? Nothing wrong with getting help.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.